Have you ever heard of a girl so pure, so courageous, that the Pope himself called her a little martyr of purity? A girl who lived only 11 years, but who changed the entire world with the power of forgiveness. This is the story of Maria Goretti, a simple, poor girl, but with such a strong heart that she is still remembered today as the youngest saint in history. And the most impressive thing is that her miracle was not performed with supernatural powers, but with the strength of love and faith, at a time when all seemed lost. Get ready, because this story will move you, inspire you, and perhaps change the way you understand forgiveness. Maria was born in 1890 in a small village called Corinaldo, Italy. She was the daughter of Luigi and Assunta Goretti, a very poor farming couple. The family worked hard. They often had nothing to eat, but even so, Maria always smiled. She was the kind of child who saw God in everything in the sunshine, in the bird song, in the little flowers in the fields. From an early age, she helped her mother with everything, caring for her siblings, sewing clothes, preparing meals, praying the rosary. Did you like this story? Then don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss the next incredible facts. And if this content surprised you, leave a like and share it with your friends. That way you help the channel grow and bring more stories like this for us to tell here. And even though she was so young, everyone said she seemed to have the soul of an adult, because she spoke with such faith that even the neighbors stopped to listen. She didn't have any toys, but she had something that many adults don't have, a peace that came from the heart. When someone asked Mary what she wanted most in life, she would answer, "I want to love Jesus, and I want everyone to love him too." One day, Maria's father fell ill. The fever slowly consumed him, and without medicine, he eventually died. Her mother was left alone with 6 young children, without a place to live. Assunta Goretti went to work on another farm, and it was there, in a village called La Ferrière, that Maria met Alessandro Cirinelli, an 18-year-old who worked with her father at the same farm. At first, he seemed like a rough guy, like so many at the time, but over time, something in him began to change. His gaze toward Maria became different, heavy, too dark for such a pure girl. Maria noticed and moved away. She told her mother that Alessandro was acting strange, but no one could have imagined what was to come. It was July 5th, 1902. The sun was shining brightly. Maria was at home, sewing a shirt for her brother. Her mother was working in the fields. Suddenly, Alessandro burst through the door. He was agitated. His eyes burned with desire and anger. He locked the door and said, "Maria, come with me. No one will know." But she replied firmly, "No, Alessandro. This is a sin. God doesn't want this." He insisted. She wept, trembling, but didn't give in. "I'd rather die than offend God." Did you like this story? Then don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss the next incredible facts. And if this content surprised you, leave a like and share it with your friends. That way you help the channel grow and bring more stories like this for us to tell here. Those were her last words before the silence. Alessandro, overcome with rage, grabbed the knife and attacked her. Mary fell to the ground, gravely wounded. Even though she was bloodied, she whispered, "For the love of Jesus, I forgive him, and I want him to be with me in paradise." Yes, She forgave the man who had just taken her life. Maria was rushed to the nearest hospital. Doctors tried to save her, but the wounds were too deep. Even so, she remained conscious until the end. The priest asked, "Maria, do you forgive whoever did this to you?" And she replied in a weak but firm voice, "Yes, for the love of Jesus, I forgive him, and I want him to go to heaven with me." Shortly after, she closed her eyes and passed away. She was only 11 years old. But her story didn't end there. In fact, that was when it began. Years later, Alessandro Serenelli was arrested. At first, he was filled with hatred. He regretted nothing. But one night, while sleeping in his cold cell, something happened. He dreamed of Maria. She came to him, dressed in white, smiling. She held 14 white flowers in her hands, one for each one she had received. She looked at him and said, "Alessandro, I forgive you, and I want you to come with me to heaven." When he woke up, he was crying. That dream changed everything. From that day on, Alessandro began to pray. He asked God for forgiveness every day, and after 27 years in prison, he was released. The first thing he did was look for Maria's mother. He knocked on the door, head bowed, and said, "Donna Santa, will you forgive me?" She looked into his eyes and replied, "If my daughter forgave you, how could I not?" Did you like this story? Then don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss the next incredible facts. And if this content surprised you, leave a like and share it with your friends. That way you help the channel grow and bring more stories like this for us to tell here. They wept together that night. Evil was vanquished not by revenge, but by forgiveness. Decades later, Pope Pius XII announced the canonization of Maria Goretti. The Vatican was packed. 250,000 people came to see that girl recognized as a saint, and among them was Alessandro Serenelli, old, repentant, transformed. As the Pope pronounced the name Saint Maria Goretti, he wept because he knew that the girl he tried to destroy was the one who saved his soul. Maria Goretti became a worldwide symbol of purity, forgiveness, and courage. She showed that true strength lies not in retaliating, but in loving even those who hurt us. Today, churches around the world have images of her. Thousands of young people ask for her intercession, and her story is told from generation to generation. As a living reminder that kindness never dies. Mary teaches us that holiness does not depend on age, nor on riches, nor on fame. She was a simple girl, with torn clothes and calloused hands, but her heart was bigger than the world. She teaches us that forgiveness is the greatest miracle of all, that forgiving is not forgetting evil, but freeing oneself from it, and that sometimes what God wants most from us is not a great deed, but simply a gesture of love in the midst of pain. Did you like this story? Then don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss the next incredible facts. And if this content surprised you, leave a like and share it with your friends. That way you help the channel grow and bring more stories like this for us to tell here. If an 11-year-old girl was able to forgive her enemy, imagine what you can do if you choose to love too. Maria Goretti shows us that faith is not about living long, but about living with purpose, with love, and with courage. If an 11-year-old girl was able to forgive her enemy, Imagine what you can do if you choose to love too. Maria Goretti shows us that faith is not about living long, but about living with purpose, with love, and with courage. This was the story of Saint Maria Goretti, the youngest saint in history, a girl who showed that forgiveness is stronger than hate, and that a pure heart can change the whole world. And now I ask you, what would you do if you had Mary's courage? Tell us in the comments. And if this story touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear about love, forgiveness, and hope. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and continue with us in these stories that nourish the soul and make the heart believe in the impossible. Saint Maria Goretti, purity, forgiveness, and love that transform the world.